You gotta admire the beauty of the express lanes. Hey, $4.05. This is a bargain. The might has been putting the by then I did that stickers on the pumps. What's the damage? $18. Holy cow. Oh, Scott is here. Alright, there's Scott on his Ninja. We are heading out to ride some mountains, people.
I want to hook up my camera.
Okay. Now's a good time. One long train here. Another freaking train. What the hell? Are they all running at the same time? Oh, Goldwing, Goldwing, Goldwing. Whatever. Always go on the outside of the corner here and then kind of slice in. The one thing that worries me, of course, is just the amount of crap on the road. Strasbourg. Sounds very German, but it isn't. I don't think I've gone this way. It's just unbelievably dirty here. I've never come this way, but I do like the area. It's beautiful. These people have a beautiful view. Because this bike does have an unfair advantage. It's like it soaks up all the holes and any rough sort of pavement. I'm fine. And it's so much more comfortable than a sport bike. And these corners, what I do is I stay where the tires, the cars are going to be. Because there's like this dusting on the road, and it might be just from the salting, so you have to be a little bit more cautious. And if you just ride in the tracks of cars, you usually get rid of a lot of the fine gravel. Yeah, just go from the outside to the inside if possible. You just got to make sure there's no debris on the road. And this road is great. A lot of these corners you can take really fast, but I don't feel like I push myself too much that I really need a motorcycle tire for 90% of the riding I do. There's a motorcycle right there. Man, that guy has got some that like did something to my heart right there. You can feel it inside. That was crazy. Oh, see you, buddy. This is why I like Virginia and West Virginia more than Maryland. Maryland's got great roads, but they're so populated, so many driveways. And if you look around, one of the things that this one doesn't have is driveways everywhere. Beautiful. It's a great road to ride. There's plenty of twisties. I have taken Scott through here. Right over there is the new 55. This is the old one. Yeah, very dangerous because these corners are like increasing radius corners. Any moment of smooth pavement, nobody's on the road. You see how careful I'm? Yeah, this is not good, but yeah, West Virginia, it's just one of these places. It just doesn't get enough due. Light fell off again, so I got it bungeed. It's a great light. I mean, I like it, but Jesus. I don't want to have to keep dealing with my aux light falling off. Got a hitchhiker ladybug right there. Look at that ladybug trying to get away from the wind. That ladybug is still hanging on. That ladybug is just hanging in there. Needmore Road, that's a great name. That's a great name for, hey, this is a Needmore town. I never paid attention to that. Well, this town has got great corners, guys. We need a good amount of rain to wash away all the pea gravel on the road. that's a nice mailbox. I do love powering out of a nice corner. That's one thing I miss about sport bikes, is that unbelievable power of like just downshifting. This is so dirty. Look at this. It is just dirty. It's getting in the way of my riding. Beautiful town here. They even have a museum. You know, there's some riders, when you ride, they always want to eat at restaurants. I'm like, you know, I don't have the money for that. I'd rather spend it towards gas. It is 75 degrees. Unbelievable. These people, this is the way the roads should be. Nice and empty. Just for me. I usually like to downshift one gear, even if I'm on top gear, just to get through the corner. The dark side tire makes me go a little bit wider than usually I like, but for most of my riding, it really is great. Look at that big mountain. I think that's the one we're going to cross over. Now in a sport bike, this is so crazy. I've ridden here with guys with like the leader sport bikes. Man, just balls out. Balls out. But on a Wednesday, there's not a lot of people out. Hopefully, they're mostly in town. Yeah, I don't like to go too fast here, so I just slow it down a bit. And if I see a car up ahead, I like to slow down because I just don't know. Man, really beautiful countryside here. Finger banging. I think for me, I just don't like to call attention to myself. 35 miles an hour. That means you downshift twice. Bumpy. That's the beauty of the ADV bike, is that even with bumpy roads, you don't feel a thing. Man, I should have showered yesterday. I smell myself. Even in pickup trucks, they ride really fast. Look at this guy in Tacoma. He carries a lot of speed in the corner. That's beautiful. Look at these roads. They're so awesome. West Virginia is just so amazing. See, this is what I do. If there's a car that's slow, and he's doing pretty well, I like to let him go and just wait a little bit, especially if you're waiting for another rider. And there's Scott. And now we can start moving again. And we're back to the usual good old times of riding. I mean, not bad for a dark side tire. But on these type of roads, it doesn't bother me at all. This is the usual pace I like riding in every sort of condition. The torquiness of this bike is just phenomenal. To slow it down and save your brakes. I mean, this is amazing. Like, nobody around. This is really cool, but it might be dirty, but I mean, that's an amazing. This is a beautiful landscape. I mean, the rock formations here, the creek. This is the very famous Smoke Hole Road. Thanks, bud. But this is the type of thing that you really have to pay attention to the cars coming the opposite way. But if it's clear, finger blasting. Oh hey, sorry buddy, sorry. If you're coming upon a very blind corner, it helps to kind of honk, just to make sure that, look at this, look at the dirtiness. Clean up your roads, guys. The suspension on this, even with a blown fork seal, is amazing. This thing is just so good to ride. But I think really the limiting factor of The dark side is super tight twisties like the tail of the dragon. Let your guard down because you could be setting up for a corner, but you just can't see ahead. I don't like to brake late into corners. That's not my thing. I like to be a little bit more leisurely with my riding. A little bit too much brake there. A little bit too late braking. I don't really need to do that. Ah, that was unreal. Look at that. You can still have pretty fun. Definitely like to keep the bike in a few lower gears just because I want to be able to use the engine braking to slow me down. Alright, we're out of the town limit, so we can speed up a little bit. This would be perfect for a sport bike right here. The really nice sweeping corners, you can drag your knee very easily and then just have enough power to kind of squeeze right out now. Yeah, this is where you want a nice sport bike. I still prefer this over a sport bike, one of those decreasing radius corners. I think the part with the car tire is, it's these type of roads. I think I'm a little bit more limited. Street riding is fine, but the extra edge to get into the side, I find it a little bit harder to do. That's where the state trooper station is. So. Oh, they got a Family Dollar. Excellent, guys. These guys have come a long way. This is probably one of my favorite roads. Well, there's still snow on the ground, but a little bit too dirty. It's still fun to ride. But look at this. That's pea gravel there. Always a bad sign. And the best thing about this road, any road that you have that crosses a boundary, they don't patrol it that much because then they would have to share jurisdiction. I've also had a couple of my friends crash here, but it's much more dangerous coming the opposite way. You gotta warn them that there's like lots of gravel on the road. He is doing amazing, that guy. Holy cow. Oh my god, he was doing so well. So now we're just going down the mountain, but I prefer going up. Going down is a little bit harder. But look how twisty this is. It's awesome. And the road is off camber, so you could actually go a little bit faster as well. Yeah, going down is a little bit tougher. This has become popular for cars as well. It used to be just a motorcycling thing. Look at that. Tons of tire marks here. So people are either like drifting around here. This is probably the longest ride Scott has ever done. So far we've done, I think, 200 miles or so. I'm on my brakes. This guy is just like, he's a local. So he knows his stuff. 211. This is the less twisty side of 211, and he's using both lanes as well. Yeah, he's using both lanes. I wish you would stick to one, because I think you can learn a whole lot more from riding on one. Don't pass that car! Pass him! Pass that car, man! Oh, we're gonna get stuck behind these guys if you don't pass them. Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.